Welcome back. It is week 6 of Pantry Challenge, and I've decided that I am just going to have a day of making all the little odds and ends to use up the items that I've been needing to use up. So we're going to start by making egg white bites. I have about 2 cups worth of egg whites here between these 2 different containers, and I have 1 more cup in the fridge, but we're just going to work with these 2 for now. And also, welcome back. I'm Carrie. This is Keep It Simple DIY. I am so glad you're here, and if you're new, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. All right, so we are going to get these in. I'm doing these first because I need to get them in the oven. So to these egg whites, I am going to add some salt and pepper and then a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt. And this is our base. And then you could add anything that you want from here. So to my egg mixture, I'm going to add the last of the green onions that are from 2022. We're using those up, and I am going to start on the 2023 green onions. I did not actually end up getting any from 2024. So this is all that's left, but I do want to use up all of the previous year's garden items. I'm also going to add some mozzarella, and then I am just going to cut up that ham into really tiny pieces. And that's all I'm going to do for this. My cheese is a little bit frozen. Can you hear the cat? He's going crazy in the background. Oops, I got a cheese on me. It's probably enough. I can't remember what I cut on this, but it turned it green. Kind of funny. Let's get some ham out of here. These are very thick slices. I'm not the biggest fan of thick slices of ham, but that's what we're working with. Can I? That and then that. Okay, ham is gonna go in. Can't tell if that's enough ham. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a mix, and then we'll get it put into little containers. All right, I think I do want a little bit more ham. Okay, a little bit more ham. Well, going in. And I'm not trying to whip these eggs. I'm just trying to get everything incorporated, which is why I'm going at such a low speed. I think we've done that. Okay, let's see here. If I get, I think I'm gonna put foil down first, just in case I spill. Okay, that's gonna be good enough. Now I'm using big muffin liners just because I don't want it to overflow. If like I use the little one, there's too much there. And then also they'll have like a wider bottom, which I think will be great. Okay, and just for you guys, I'm gonna switch these around so that they're all lined up by color. Let me grab something to ladle it with. Let's see here. Oh gosh. I don't know how many scoops they'll each need, so I'm gonna start with 1. You know, I'm thinking I wanna switch this. So my oven's already preheated to 350. I'm going to get these in for about 20 minutes. Okay, moving right along. Whew, loud. I am actually going to get the green onion tops finally dealt with. So these have been in my freezer for years. They are from 2022. They're the tops of the onions. And I just haven't wanted to dehydrate them in the house because of the smell, but we're gonna do it anyways. So we're gonna dehydrate these just in the oven, and If it's too much, then I will know for next time. Don't ever do that again. But it's so nice to get these, out of my freezer. So I do need to wait though until the oven is done, because these are supposed to only be in at 100. And right now the oven's at 350, so I can't put them in yet. Although it probably would be okay because they're frozen. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna do on one tray. I think I'm gonna do one more tray and get the other bag done as well. I had planned to finally make the barbecue sauce today and I was so ready, and then I realized I needed apple juice, which I don't have, which was sad. So we're not gonna be doing barbecue sauce today, unfortunately. But that's okay, because we have a few other fun things to do. My only plan with this is to turn it into onion powder. So that's what I think we're gonna do with this once it completely dries out, unless I accidentally burn it, which at 100, I don't think that'll happen. You know, I've been out of onions. I bought some large onions and some smaller onions, and I am going to actually get these smaller ones diced up and put into the freezer. I thought about doing the larger ones, but I think these ones are in worse shape. I think these are gonna be the ones that'll be good for getting them frozen. And I like to have onions diced up in the freezer ready to go. It's just so convenient. And the thought of not having any is just like, nope, we're not doing that. So let's see, let's get these all going. And I have a very small yard, so I don't do a compost pile outside really. I have the teeny tiniest one and it doesn't really work because there just isn't any space, and I don't have any animals to get these to, so these scraps will be just going in the trash. I guess it's an onion heavy day. We've used onions in everything so far. It won't stay that way. I have a few things planned that are not onion related. Okay, let's see here. It's starting, my eyes. You know, I saw somebody ask recently why onions aren't made without paper, since they can do like seedless watermelon, and that was just a little funny question to me because I've grown onions. I don't have very good luck. Oh my gosh, growing them. But the outer layer is just onion. It just dried out. Oh my gosh. Also why it's nice to do it just once and get them in the freezer, because then I don't have to cut an onion every time I want an onion. Okay, holy cow, these onions got me. I just took a little bit of a break, grabbed out my little slapper chopper thing, and we're gonna see if I can get these all put into little pieces, but not ruin my eyes again. That was probably the most intense like onion eyes I have ever had. So I am just trying to get these relatively small, and then I'll put them on this guy and slap them down, and that'll cut them into nice chunks. And my cat hates this thing. It's okay. It's okay, Milo. What's wrong? It's fine. You don't like it? I'm sorry. I don't know why that is, but anytime, oh, hey, don't bite me. It's fine, I'm just cutting onions. Anytime I use this or anything like it, he is not a fan. So I still have 4 giant onions in my fridge. So if I want to use a fresh onion, I do have them available. Does breathing through your mouth help? It seems to be helping a little. Final stretch. Well, it's okay. I got a gallon bag ready. And I love this chopper. I have a different one that's the same brand, which I also loved. But this one, having this little like pull out, is so nice. The other one you have to take the top off, which was no big deal. But the pull out is great. What's wrong, babe? I'm almost done. Okay, we did it. All done. Whoop. All right, we got a good ½ gallon's worth of diced onions there. Wasn't too bad once I got past my eyes watering like crazy. I'm going to get these in the freezer and then I can use them throughout the cooking. Okay, next up, I have my sourdough starter, and it's been so long since I've fed it that I've got some black hooch on it, or like grayish hooch, which is completely fine, but I need to feed this because I don't want it to be living like this forever. It's very hungry. So let's see here. I think it has like 100 or so in there. We're gonna do probably 150 grams of, is that how much I wanna do? I'm going to do a few things tomorrow, but I also don't want it to like overflow out. And let's add some water. $97. We'll go with that. We'll do 97. 98. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this water in. Feels good to get the sourdough going again. Now you could pour that hooch off if you wanted to. I'm just gonna mix it in though, because that's where the flavor is. Okay, here we go for 97 flour. $103. That's good. Stop. Now I can't remember if I told you, but I did already check that, and it's now been about 24 minutes, and they weren't done, so I let them go a little bit longer. That's the egg white bites. All right, sourdough, we missed ya. It's kind of funny. We were basically right at the right spot with that rubber band. I'm just going to set that lid on top and then set it aside, and we need to check to see if the egg white bites are done. They look closer than they did before, but I don't think they're quite done yet. Also, I am so glad I used these giant muffin cups because they totally would have come out of the other ones. And the recipe was only supposed to make 12. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna give those another 3 minutes. Some of the egg white bites are done, but some of them are not, so I'm giving it just a few more minutes. I 2 years ago made a lot of donuts, and some of them turned out just way too hard. So I have a lot of the extras that didn't turn out that have been in my freezer, and I've been waiting to use them as like Oreo crumbs because I used the really dark chocolate. So I'm going to get these crushed up so I can see how many I have, and then we are going to make an Oreo bottom with like a pudding cheesecake top, because I need to use up my Jell-O too. So this is gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone and make something super delicious, hopefully. So let's get these all in here. Oh, look at that timing. Stop. Here are the egg white bites. Let's see. I don't know. They look really poofy. They have quite a bit of liquid in them still. I wonder if that's because I had the egg whites frozen. But the tops are starting to get browned. I think I'm just gonna let them sit and cool, and I think that'll be good. No, I'm gonna put them back in. Okay, let's see how much we have. It says 3. 3 what? Cups? Okay. How much does my recipe need? It says 2 1/3 cups of this plus 5 tablespoons of butter and 1 tablespoon of sugar. So I'm just gonna increase everything a little bit, and I think we'll be good. So we'll do a little over a tablespoon of sugar. And then I need to get this butter melted, and instead of 5 tablespoons, I'll just do like 6.5. That'll be just fine. Of course that went in that way. Okay, let's get our butter incorporated. don't think it's doing anything. It's probably time to take this out and finish it up by hand. It smells so good. Okay, into the pie pan. Can you even see the pie pan? Now, if you're wondering why I haven't done anything with this, even though I made it over a year ago, the reason is last year at this time I was avoiding chocolate, thinking maybe chocolate was something that was causing migraines. It was not. It was something else that sometimes comes with chocolate. Not quite sure exactly what, but it was not chocolate on its own. I'm gonna try to get this up the sides as well. Before I get in here with my hand, I wanna make sure though that I don't need to get these out of the oven because that'd be pretty hard to do with buttery hands. Okay, I'm gonna call it on those and I think we're good. So let's get this, oops, pressed in. I was originally thinking that I was going to make these into little mini muffins, but then I realized that's a lot more work and we could just cut the pie. You know, I bet those onions would dehydrate just like that and they wouldn't get the whole house onion smelling. I'm debating, I might just leave them like that, but I do have cats and I know onions are toxic to cats, so I need to figure out how I could do that with them covered, but like still allow the moisture to get out. So I need to cook this for 8 to 10 minutes and then let it cool and then we can fill it. And here's how these are looking. I'm just letting them cool and then I'll take them out. I just took the pie crust out of the oven. It needs to cool completely, but in the meantime, let's get these guys taken out and put onto a tray. I want to get these out to cool, not inside of the silicone molds. And you know, I was thinking it would be a good idea to not grease them. Okay, we're fine. So for the onions, the question has been, am I going to put them in the oven to dehydrate them at a very low setting? And my oven does not go as low as they need. So that is an easy answer. We are not going to do that. I do have a dehydrator, but it's very small. It will only do a tiny bit of those at a time. I have an air fryer that's a dehydrator as well, but I think I'm just going to leave them out so that they can dehydrate on their own. And hindsight, I should have just done that initially when I cut them up. I think I've got a groove down now here. I loosen up the edges and the bottom, tip it over, put it down. It is funny though, you remember how high they were? They've sunken down to like half. So I definitely think they would not have made it in the smaller muffin liners, but the size here I think is great. I think I'm gonna get this into the fridge on a trivet. Okay, I think we're good to start making this cheesecake filling, and I've never made anything cheesecake-like before because it just seems like so many calories. There's only 2 of us here, and so if we just eat cheesecake, like a whole cheesecake, that's a lot. But hopefully this turns out really good. This is a no-bake cheesecake recipe. And the first thing we need to do is cream the cream cheese. I would say that's creamed. And then we need to add in 1 packet of Jell-O, and I'm going to use French vanilla, and we're using it up. It says best by July of 2024. Good thing I'm not sharing this with anyone. Other than my husband, of course, but we'll be fine. Okay, we need 1 1/4 cup of milk. And so I'm just going to put in About a quarter of that one. And then all of this one. Oh, we might make more of a mess, so I guess I'll wait to clean that up. I don't want the pudding to go everywhere, so. Okay, low speed. Did it unplug it? Yep. Okay, I think I need to get the sides scraped down here because they're not quite mixing in. And while I'm at it, I feel like I might as well just go to the bottom too. I'm trying to get a really smooth texture because the cream cheese is a little lumpy. I'm wondering if maybe I should have creamed it a little bit more. I guess I've never creamed cream cheese before, so. Okay, I think we did it. We only made a slight mess. Okay, the bottom of this is still a little warm, but I think we'll be okay. Hopefully. Should I taste it first? It tastes like pudding and cream cheese. Probably won't make this again unless like once it's cold it tastes fantastic, but it's a great way to use up the pudding and the donuts. Oops. Alright. This needs to go into the fridge so it'll set up all the way. Oops. And then I think it'd be cute to dollop it with whipped cream or something, but we need to wait till it completely cools off for that. We have used so many things up today from my pantry challenge list and got a few things prepped and ready to go. These are just going to sit out and I need to figure out how to cover them. Probably will do parchment paper. But that's all I'm going to do to get these dehydrated, and then I will blend them up once they're completely dried. And then I'm going to stick these back in the freezer. The egg bites I'm just letting cool off, and then I will freeze those as well. And our pie is just an extra treat. But we did so great. I will show you the list in a future week. I feel like we just showed the list, so maybe towards the end of the challenge we'll see how we did. I still have quite a few items. I still need to scroll when I'm looking at the list, so we're not done yet. So many fun pantry challenge things to come. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you haven't yet, please subscribe. I'd love to see you. If you're interested in my other pantry challenge videos, I have some awesome ones. I did spend $600 during a pantry challenge, so I will link that here. And I have made a ton of great meals during this pantry challenge, so I will leave some dinners that I made here. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.